1. Which of the following best describes the primary objective of a certified commissioning professional during the commissioning process? A. To maximize project profitability for contractors. B. To ensure building systems perform according to the owner's project requirements. C. To oversee daily construction activities on-site. D. To enforce energy codes without collaboration with stakeholders. 2. When developing a commissioning plan for a large commercial building, which adult learning principle should guide the design of training sessions for operations staff? A. Prioritize lengthy technical lectures to maximize detail. E. Incorporate real-world system scenarios and interactive participation. C. Limit opportunities for questions to maintain schedule control. D. Deliver training exclusively through written manuals. 3. In evaluating the performance of a building's HVAC system post-commissioning, which method is most effective? A. Review construction drawings only. B. Conduct functional performance tests under varying load conditions. C. Verify equipment warranties. D. Interview occupants for anecdotal feedback only. 4. A commissioning professional is tasked with designing a curriculum for training facility staff. What is the most critical first step? A. Creating detailed slides with technical jargon. B. Conducting a needs assessment to identify learning gaps. C. Scheduling training sessions immediately. D. Delivering training without prior review. 5. Which communication strategy is most effective for resolving conflicts between project stakeholders during commissioning meetings? A. Escalate issues directly to legal counsel. B. Avoid discussion of sensitive topics to maintain harmony. C. Use active listening and structured facilitation techniques. D. Present unilateral solutions without input. 6. During a project closeout, the commissioning professional discovers incomplete documentation from a subcontractor. What is the best action? A. Approve the work to avoid delay penalties. B. Request completion and verification of all documentation before final acceptance. C. Ignore the documentation since systems are operational. D. Wait until after occupancy to review documents. 7. When developing functional test scripts, which of the following ensures comprehensive coverage? A. Write scripts that only test under normal conditions. B. Include off-normal and emergency scenarios for each system. C. Focus only on equipment startup sequences. D. Rely solely on manufacturer test data. 8. Which regulatory standard is most relevant for a CCP overseeing building commissioning in the United States? A. ASHRAE Guideline 0. B. ISO 14000. C. NFPA 70E. E. OSHA 29 CFR 1910. 9. Which evaluation method best measures the effectiveness of a staff training program delivered by a CCP? A. Employee satisfaction surveys only. B. Observation of on-the-job performance after training. C. Attendance records. D. Verbal feedback at the end of the session. 10. A CCP notices that a junior commissioning engineer is struggling with interpreting test results. Which mentoring approach is most effective? A. Provide direct answers without explanation. E. Assign additional tasks to encourage self-learning without support. C. Walk through the analysis process collaboratively and encourage questions. D. Remove the engineer from the task. 11. Which of the following most directly supports continuous improvement in a commissioning process? A. One-time project review meeting. E. Post-occupancy evaluation and feedback loops. C. Exclusive reliance on pre-functional checklists. E. Eliminating stakeholder involvement in evaluation. 12. When designing a commissioning training module, which approach aligns best with adult learning theory? A. Deliver a long lecture with minimal interaction. B. Integrate hands-on practice with immediate application opportunities. C. Require passive observation only. D. Focus solely on theoretical concepts. 13. A key challenge during commissioning is stakeholder resistance to recommended changes. Which tactic is most likely to gain buy-in? A. Present technical data and show the benefits of implementation. B. Avoid presenting recommendations to prevent conflict. C. Enforce changes without stakeholder input. D. Delay recommendations until project closeout. 14. Which of the following is a critical step in developing a commissioning scope of work? A. Define owner's project requirements and measurable outcomes. B. List every contractor's phone number. C. Draft a punch list before the design is complete. D. Create a cost estimate without understanding project goals. 15. A CCP is leading a lessons learned session at project closeout. Which question adds the most value? A. Who was responsible for delays? B. What changes could improve commissioning efficiency in future projects? C. Who attended the most meetings? D. Which vendors offered the lowest price? 16. Which communication medium is most appropriate for urgent commissioning issues requiring immediate attention? A. Monthly progress report. B. Group email marked as FYI. C. Real-time phone call or direct message to relevant parties. D. Document updates in the final commissioning report only. 17. A commissioning professional must verify compliance with energy code requirements. What is the first step? A. Review the applicable codes and owner's project requirements. B. Begin equipment testing immediately. C. Interview building occupants about comfort levels. D. Perform warranty reviews. 18. Which of the following best describes retro-commissioning? A. Commissioning performed on new construction projects. B. Recommissioning after a building has been in operation for some time. C. Routine maintenance of HVAC equipment. D. Commissioning performed only on life safety systems. 19. When mentoring a new team member, which strategy builds confidence and competence most effectively? Assign progressively challenging tasks with feedback and guidance. B. Provide all answers and avoid letting them make decisions. C. Assign high-stakes tasks immediately without supervision. D. Withhold feedback until the project is complete. 20. A CCP is asked to lead a meeting with diverse stakeholders. Which facilitation technique best ensures equitable participation? A. Allow the most senior person to dominate discussion. B. Establish ground rules and encourage input from all participants. C. Limit discussion to written submissions. D. Avoid using an agenda to keep discussion open-ended. 21. What is the primary purpose of pre-functional checklists? A. Verify systems are installed and ready for functional performance testing. B. Replace functional performance tests. C. Document warranty periods. D. Review utility bills. 22. Which is the best approach to measuring ROI of a commissioning process? A. Tracking reduced change orders, energy savings, and fewer operational issues post-occupancy. B. Counting the number of commissioning meetings held. C. Recording the number of stakeholders involved. D. Documenting project delays. 23. A CCP must prepare a training program for night shift staff who miss live sessions. Which approach best accommodates adult learners? A. Provide recorded sessions with opportunities for follow-up Q&A. E. Distribute only the slide deck without interaction. Require them to attend future sessions regardless of schedule. D. Skip training since systems are operational. 24. Which method most effectively validates building automation system functionality? A. Visual inspection only. E. Trend data analysis combined with functional performance testing. C. Reviewing contractors' submittals. D. Interviewing occupants about thermal comfort. 25. Which of the following is a best practice for documenting commissioning findings? A. Maintain clear, concise, and traceable records for each issue. B. Document issues verbally to save time. C. Delay documentation until the end of construction. D. Focus only on critical equipment failures. 26. Which skill is most critical for a CCP facilitating resolution of complex technical issues between engineers and contractors? A. Technical expertise and neutral communication skills. B. Strict adherence to project schedule regardless of input. C. Ability to enforce unilateral decisions. D. Delegation of responsibility without involvement. 27. When reviewing a commissioning report, which element is essential to include? A. Summary of functional testing results and unresolved issues. B. Marketing material for vendors. C. Contractor payroll information. D. Occupant survey results only. 28. Which regulatory body publishes commissioning process guidelines widely used in the United States? A. ASHRAE. B. EPA. C. ANSI. D. NFPA. 29. A commissioning professional notices a significant deviation between design intent and installed equipment. What is the most appropriate next step? A. Document and escalate the discrepancy to the design and owner team for resolution. B. Ignore the issue since installation is complete. C. Approve the system if it is operational. D. Wait until post-occupancy review